All right, what's up, y'all? I was on Ableton, and I've been noticing, over the past couple years, which I thought, it might have all just been in my head, but I have noticed that some of my beats, overall, they just sound a little bit different from a few years ago, and typically that's not how it works. You're not going to get worse at something with time, right? And I couldn't really put my finger on it. But today, what I found out was when I was importing this sample on a song I was getting ready to start working on, I noticed when I play the sample in Splice how it sounds, and then when I imported it into a simpler here in Ableton, it was a noticeably different sound. And that was with the warp turned off. And then I also put it on my timeline, and that sounded different. Both of which sounded worse than the original that was coming directly off of Splice. I searched around and I couldn't really find anyone talking about this topic, so I wanted to try to display it for you guys. Don't know if it's gonna come through off of this screen recording, and then especially when I post this to YouTube, because that's gonna mess with it as well. But I would encourage all of you who are in Ableton and you're sample based to try this out, and see if you can't tell the difference. I even had my father come over and he heard it too, so I think it's pretty noticeable. But I'll let you guys hear this. This is the original sample off of Splice. That'll be number one. Number two that I'll play will be here in the timeline. And then number three will be me firing it off my push two. And also, I tried my best to level match. They might be a little off, but it's not the volume. Listen to the difference. I'm going to play them back to back without me talking in between, and y'all let me know. We're going to go one, then two, then we're going to go one, two, one, three. You got me? So this will be the first one, the original. Back to number one. That was number three. I'll run it back one more time. We'll go 1, 2, 1, 3. So in person, it's a pretty big difference. And if there's a little bit of a change to your sample, you got 10 to 15 sounds in a song, I'm sample based, it adds up. And I had noticed that my beats were sounding a little bit different, and I couldn't put my finger on it. And I think something with Ableton, once you drag the sample in the engine, the sound engine, however it's being coded or whatever, it's changing the sound, and it's negatively impacting it. I would say it's degrading it. To my ears, it sounds smaller. There's less top end to the sound. It loses some space and some dynamics. It just doesn't have that fullness that the original sample had. So something to beware, guys. I hadn't really found anyone talking about this. If y'all have seen something similar to this, let me know. If I'm just crazy, let me know. But yeah, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Take it easy.